Oh, he's literally me for real. If you're literally like me, then you probably spend an egregious amount of hours in front of a screen, scrolling YouTube, Instagram. If so, you probably stumbled upon a song called After Dark. If you didn't recognize the title, the tune in the background there definitely jogged your memory. You didn't find this song in isolation, however, but accompanied by this guy, or him, or you may have been greeted by this fella, coupled with the perfect girl. Anyone with an internet connection would agree with me that they'd very much die happy never hearing these songs ever again, but also that these guys are inescapable. But when you run your fingers through it, you'll realize that you're eating steak that was cut from a real meaty part of the cow. The thigh, perhaps, or some other part of the cow. Like with most things, I don't know what I'm talking about. What I mean is, fascination for these characters goes deeper than a mere appreciation for their admittedly well-writtenness. They are idolized, role models for a massive, very, very specific, but massive group of people. These characters are studied, analyzed, and imitated. These guys are literally me guys. You probably noticed you've been seeing clips of the same couple of guys by now. And that's because there's really only a handful of literally me guys out there. Simply wanting to imitate someone does not make them literally me. There's boxes that need to be checked off here. For instance, you ask people what their favorite mangaka is, some would say Kentaro Miura, author of BERSERK. Do I even need to tell you what that is? Or Koji Mori, author of Holy Land, another great work, and now taking on Berserk's torch after Miura's unfortunate passing. But me? I want to be one Tatsuki Fujimoto. I don't know, he just inspires me. He's author of the critically acclaimed Chainsaw Man and the not so much acclaimed Fire Punch. Yeah, 1 out of 2, it's like yin and yang. I want to be him not for his dashing good looks, not for his achievements in the field of aviation, not for his half a skill at writing a good story, but for who he is as a person, fundamentally. Alright, true story. One time after the death of his lifelong pet fish, his girlfriend said, "Ew, throw that dead thing out." Instead of throwing it in the bin like most, Fujimoto went to his local playground and properly buried his fish in the sandbox. All that effort. What a guy, right? He stared at that burial for 3 hours. When he noticed some bugs were eating the carcass, brother got jealous. So he dug up that sandy fish and ate it himself. Okay, you're not vibing with that one. Wholesome story. His Twitter account is actually run by his little elementary school sister. She mostly tweets about random little thoughts she has throughout the day or expresses her love for her older brother's work. Aww. Anytime DMs come thinking they're talking to him, it's her that always replies back. It's adorable. You know what's cuter? Fujimoto has no sister. Yo, fun fact, this video is about Barry. So let's not talk about that yet. Sorry, it's just the way it is. I noticed some people in the audience here are not caught up on the lore of literally me, so let's catch everyone up so we're all on the same page, yeah? While I did say literally me guys are looked up to as role models, it's only really by a few nutty chunibyo types. And not the marketable waifu, but
Because I love you!
Then stop loving me!
I can't!
That type. Most people just find them relatable, as they represent our dark thoughts and desires. Ever get bullied and think to yourself, man, I want to strangle that guy to death? Stuff like that. Seeing aspects of the human mind not normally explored in media is what people find fascinating. The relatability ends there, however, as while most would have intrusive thoughts and go like, damn, did I just think that? And move on, these guys act out on such desires. Public perception, control, expression. They will get it how they want it, whatever means necessary. While exaggerated, everyone has these traits. We just hide it. So an on-screen portrayal of such deep parts of ourselves is intimate, and it's that personal connection which makes dudes go, he understands me. He just like me. Hammering it home, let's visualize this. So kinda borrowing the exercise from before, which mangaka do you think is literally me? That's right, Oda. Is it because he made one of the greatest pieces of modern literature? Not quite. Come on. Ah, good. His views on women. Barry, like other literally me media, has an interesting perspective on life. The show sort of views it as a bunch of lines. You see, while we're all put here with a sort of absolute freedom, most people follow the same general path in life, the same line. Beyond that, there are also a lot of smaller lines littered throughout the path that if crossed, you will never get your life back. Don't believe me? Alright, what are we looking at here? Seems like a roof. Looks like there's a little popcorn ceiling going on. Should fix that. Oh, is that a liquid? White? Seems somebody spilt their milk. Don't go any lower than that. That is a line that we won't cross. See what I mean? Barry has seen the full picture. And he's seen the full picture of many others like it. Nah, I'm kidding. He just kills people for a living. It makes sense for a show that's constantly crossing lines in terms of genre, where scenes like this
It's gonna feel really good. It's gonna be a little cold, but there you go. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it's super glue.
Super glue!
are paired with this,
Enough! Enough! Shut up!
while maintaining a consistent tone that its main character would be crossing lines himself. From here, it already seems like a done deal, right? The protag indulges in murder. Can't get any lower, right? Well, that's the difference. Indulgence. Others embrace their darker self, low-key enjoy it. Barry dreams of a normal life, one away from all this killing, but he's good at it. Easy bread. And he believes it to be his purpose in this world. That is, until he finds his true purpose in acting, no cap. Suddenly, the lost, depressed Barry begins to understand himself, form meaningful connections, and is forging a lifeline he wants to follow. But the lines he crossed can't be swept under the rug. The life he's led is a hard one to leave, and people will notice. It's when people do is when his old self comes back, and it isn't always justified. Barry is not a good person, but he fights it. Other protags may be hesitant at the start, but the point is always about the downfall. The point of Barry is a constant struggle. There's a couple seinen protagonists who struggle against their inner demon too, but it's mostly from anime/cape stuff, so it's kinda regarded as almost impure by the literally me community. Other than the stellar marksmanship, Barry is your average bloke. Can't pull no women, no drip. I don't even need to turn this screen black for you to see yourself reflected on here. The show itself isn't perfect, but Barry is where they put the money. And they profited. As a definite unintentional move by Bill Hader, he crafted a beautiful take on the literally me genre. The deeper in the show you go, the more you realize the very real possibility that Barry is an inherently violent person, that he's crossed too many lines to come back. Eventually, it feels like he's staring up from the very bottom of an abyss. He knows there's an opening at the top, yet he's surrounded by darkness. As he's so deep, light can't reach him. Yet, he still climbs.
Why evil?
Huh?
Am I like an evil person?
Oh my god. I mean, absolutely. Do I not tell you that enough? You are like the most evil guy I know, man.
Molly, you're dating Riley, guys.
You lose your focus! You get blurred eyes, can't fire! You're dead!
I think I'm a bad person, Mr.